Sorry,
Hello.
sorry about that. I forgot to turn the camera on for after the countdown happened. So, thank you for joining us today. Is another Tuesday Talks with the Conways,
I'm Courtney.
and I'm Chris, and we're glad to have you here. Joy is here, and Courtney's mom is here.
Hi, Mom.
I might move the camera down just a hair. Let's see what that's in there. All right, it's better placement than last time. Last time it was on the lower right hand corner of us, and so it was hard to look at the screen and also be looking at the camera for you all. But I'm glad we got a better placement. We also are on a new Wi-Fi, so hopefully we don't have any issues with streaming. But glad to have you here, Vicky and Naomi and Joanne and all of our friends, Fladell, on and many others on Instagram. We've got lots of people. We'll probably have a couple people on YouTube as well. We've been having a couple people there, so we're glad to have you here on this Tuesday Talks
Yes,
with the Conways.
absolutely.
So we'll give everyone a few more minutes to join, and then hopefully we'll have a good group of people like we always do. Feel free to chime in for any questions or comments, even if it's off topic. We love interactive live podcasts, so feel free to chime in and let us know what's going on in your life. If you have any wins, non-scale victory or scale victory wise, so feel free to chime in there. Um, it is getting a little chilly.
Yeah. Well, today, but in the next couple of days, it's going to be back in the 70s. So, typical Alabama weather.
Yep. So it was like in the 30s and 20s
Yeah,
overnight.
the feels like was like 10 degrees.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Kind of crazy. Hello, Janet from New Jersey. Glad to have you here with us. So we have lots of irregulars, but hopefully we have lots of new people as well. We love meeting new people. Just kind of a recap: we are coaches with the Healthy Program. It is the program that we do. Oh no, Joy, she's got a sprained foot.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yep. So we're here with healthy coaches. We kind of basically have this podcast where we talk about eating healthy, just all things lifestyle wise when it comes to getting healthy. Vicky says went down to a new decade. That's what I call it.
Yay! Good job.
Awesome. We're glad to have that. We've got Gina in Florida, and it's cold for you guys there
I have a
too.
friend in Florida, and she said the feels like was like 30, which is crazy for down there.
Yep, absolutely. Because I think it's funny when we go down there and it's 50s or 60s and y'all are wearing sweaters. But I imagine 30s is quite cold for you people and down there in Florida. So yes. Awesome. We are very, very glad to have you all here with us. I will let Courtney introduce our topic and we'll get going.
Yes, tonight we're talking about healthy holiday strategies. We are getting close to Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all the things, all the parties, all the fun stuff. So just talking about healthy strategies to kind of help you stay on track throughout the time, because for us it's a crazy couple of months. And if you're anything like us, it's a crazy couple of months for you. And even if it's not, it's just nice to have some encouragement for getting through the holidays without just going crazy overboard.
Absolutely. Sometimes it can be difficult to make it through the holidays on a normal basis, but when you're also trying to get healthy, that can make it a little extra stressful. And hi, Devin. Nice to have you here with us on YouTube. Joy mentioned she's lost 1.3 pounds in 2 days, which is amazing, especially with this sprained foot. So hopefully you can keep pushing forward. And as a reminder, Joy is now doing a live on the Healthy membership page on Friday night. So give her a check out. And I know she will enjoy that. Hopefully, she'll still be able to do that with her foot, or her foot will be better by Friday. So hopefully that will be good. So yes, holidays, as we've mentioned multiple times, that going into November and then December, we tend to go and switch into kind of maintenance mode, because sometimes it's really difficult just to get through those holiday months without gaining pounds. It's difficult to go into it losing as well. So we want to enjoy the holidays. We want to enjoy the birthdays. Like we celebrated our daughter's birthday this past weekend, and we celebrated it
We really celebrated it.
We celebrated it. So our goal is to maintain. So that is just one thing that we personally do. And then come New Year, we kind of do another push forward. So we do about 10 months where we push forward and try to do as good as possible and lose. And then those last November, December month, those 2 months of the year, we kind of maintain. Our goal is to stay plus or minus, 3 or 4 pounds, just to make sure that we can get through that. And that helps set us up for success. We don't get disappointed if we go through those 2 months without losing. Also, it helps us to enjoy the holidays a little bit more with the all the celebrating that's going on. So we have a couple of things we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so with that, the first thing that you really need to do is set a goal for that time. Like for us, our goal is just maintenance. If you want to lose weight during that time, make that goal and try to stick to it, but don't stress about it. But give yourself some sort of goal, whether it's to maintain, to lose just 1 pound a month, to just enjoy yourself without going overboard. Sometimes during the holidays, it's about the non-scale victories and not really just about the scale. I'm so proud of myself when I go to a party and I don't go overboard. That is a non-scale victory. I'm proud of myself when I try on a new dress for the holidays and it fits like better than it did before. So maybe even your goal could be to just focus on the non-scale victories instead of focusing on the scales. I'm a daily weigher, but in November and December, I don't weigh very much. I don't need that negativity in my life. So whatever your goal is, whether it is scale related or non-scale related, the first thing you need to do is start with some sort of goal just to kind of keep yourself focused.
And Janet on Facebook asked what program we follow. We're on the healthy program, so healthy with an I at the end. In our particular plan, most that we do most of the time is the better balance on the healthy plan. So that's what we do. We've been doing this for 4 or 5 years, but we've been healthy coaches for almost for maybe 3.5, 4 years.
Yeah.
And so we've lost, about 100, 510 pounds each, which is pretty significant. And we've made this comment before where we had gone through like a 2-year plateau where we didn't lose any weight, but we also didn't gain the weight back either, which is a big win too. But yes, we're on the healthy plan, very economical. There's free options, but the plans themselves are fairly cheap. It's a yearly cost, I want to say 35, 40, somewhere around there for a whole year, which is much more economical than a lot of other plans out there. But there are definitely some free options as well. Janet does Calorie Command and lost 82 pounds.
We actually usually switch to Calorie Command in November and December because it gives a little bit more freedom. And then the other 10 months of the year, we're typically on better balance while we're losing. But when we maintain, we like to stick to calorie because we feel a little bit more freedom for maintenance and just a little bit of a break from the bites. But
even when we do the better balance plan, we double track. We have the pro version, and we also keep an eye on the macros. So we do look at the calories, we look at the carbs, the fat, and the protein, even when we're on the bite plan, just to make sure that we're eating enough, because sometimes with the bite program, you might not be eating enough. But we do also love the calorie one as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So with that, back to what I was saying about making goals, because if you have a goal, you have something to work towards. If you don't have a goal, then it could be like easy to just be like
open-ended,
forget it. So if you have a goal you're working towards, it kind of helps keep yourself accountable along with it. And with talking about accountability, also another thing during the holidays is have an accountability partner. This is my accountability partner.
I'm one of them.
Hello. Yes, one of them. I do have many.
But Joy is also another one of our accountability partners, but we've got many other friends on Facebook.
I have a coach that I go to if I'm struggling. But having an accountability partner, especially during times like the holiday season, can really, really help. If I'm feeling tempted, like last night or this morning, I had to tell Chris, hide the Halloween candy from me. Because last night, I don't even want to know how many calories worth of Halloween candy I ate. So have that person that you can go to when you are struggling, when you just want to just throw it all away, to talk to.
Absolutely. And all of you are our accountability partners too, because
doing this really is big accountability for us.
Because we're healthy coaches, we're not going to want to continue pushing this weight loss program if we're not following it correctly and we're not losing it ourselves too. So being here for you all, and having you all here for us is also kind of a big accountability partner for us.
Yes. And on Instagram, someone asked, how can I be successful on a bites plan? I always felt hungry and overate. My main one of the reasons I love the Better Balance is because it has the most zero bite foods. And so you can really lean into those zero bite foods. You can make sure that with every meal you're having multiple zero bite foods. So you're still staying within your bites, but you're still getting the calories, the protein, all the things you need. And then those volume foods as well. We have multiple podcasts talking about volume eating. Really lean into the zero bite foods and getting as much as you can for the lowest amount of bites. It's almost like a game to me, figuring out the most amount of food I can eat for the least amount of bites.
Absolutely. And you mentioned the volume eating, the 0 calories, the fruits and veggies, 0 bites. So it's easy to, we used to only do like entrees for dinner. So adding sides like veggies and whatnot are kind of the biggest thing that has helped us in being more full on the bites plan. But also on the other end of the spectrum, if you're on a bites plan, you don't want to eat too many of the 0 bite foods because those still have calories. But generally speaking, the bite plan will help you balance things out and learn, what might be healthier. The 0 bite foods are going to be more healthy, so you can have more of. And then the higher bite foods are generally speaking not as healthy, so you can still have them, but have fewer of them.
Yep, absolutely. And also,
Shelly, hi.
Hi, Shelly. Going back to the healthy holiday strategies. Another thing to do is plan ahead for events. If you're going to a holiday partner, either plan your day around I don't know what words are hard. Party. I was thinking about accountability partner still. Anyways, if you're going to a holiday party, plan ahead. Either plan your day around it. Like I will eat lighter in the morning because I know I have a party that night. This is also where your weeklies can come into play. Use those weeklies up on that party if you need to. And just plan ahead. And also, well, Chris can talk about bringing.
Yes, if you're going to like a potluck and people are going to be bringing a variety of things, try to bring a couple of healthier options for you, so that you can have some healthy items. Definitely sample some of the delicious things people bring, but make sure you have some healthier options to bring in there, and make sure that you have that you're able to kind of not go overboard with those unhealthier things.
Yes, absolutely. And that's just a really I actually love that. It's okay to bring your own food. And another thing that I have done in the past is sometimes we just have to be the one that hosts because we have control. If we're hosting, and sometimes you don't always have
That
the
ability.
ability because like now we don't have the ability anymore because we are in a smaller space. But if you have the ability, hosting is a great idea because you can control the food. You can control the health of the food, what's going into you can control all those things. And I mean, like if it's a potluck, that's a little different. But if you're hosting, you can control those things. And you can say, like, I'm going to sneak in some lower calorie foods. We do that sometimes with cakes. Like we'll make 0 sugar cakes and people cannot tell they're 0 sugar cakes.
My favorite one that she makes is a banana pudding cake with a 0 sugar cake mix, 0 sugar pudding, the lower calorie wafers, and then bananas generally are pretty healthy, and man, that is delicious. So you can bring that to a party and not tell anybody it's diet friendly, and they will not.
My dad actually requests it for his birthday almost every year. He loves it. But Lodell also said that she always packs stuff that she knows will keep her on track. Absolutely. It's okay to bring your own food. And like some things like, like if you're having a work party that might not be feasible, but we have actually brought our own. Well, we have a friend that brought her own food to a work party and shared it with us. She brought like smoked chicken breast. So even sometimes in those situations, it's okay. So don't be afraid to even ask. It doesn't hurt to ask, like, hey, is it okay if I bring, this healthier dish, or if I bring this? It doesn't hurt to ask.
Absolutely. And also, it wouldn't hurt that if you're going to a party and you don't have the ability to do that, try to have some healthier snacks and even a small healthier meal before you go, so that you're not as hungry and still eat and sample. But if you go not hungry, you're less likely to overdo it on the overindulgent foods.
Yes, and on Instagram, Liddell pointed out that there's so many great healthy recipes to help with your cravings.
Mhm.
I love taking unhealthy recipes and making them as healthy as possible. I've shared multiple on here before, but that is great. You can find whatever you're bringing, like even great holiday dishes, even like some of the traditional ones. You can find healthified recipes out there, and you wouldn't even know that they're healthy.
Yep. Um, uh, the internet is a really great wealth of resource. Courtney loves to go to Instagram. There are a lot of people there that
Pinterest.
post there. Pinterest have lots of really good healthy plans, and you honestly can probably make some of your own adjustments yourself.
Mhm.
Find a particular meal you have, and just make some healthy swaps. Greek yogurt for
Sour
sour
cream.
cream and multiple other types of things. The low sugar or no sugar added when we do things with barbecue sauce, we love is it Sweet Baby Ray's
G
or
Hughes.
G Hughes? Sorry, G Hughes, which has a no sugar added, which makes a huge difference when it comes to
Mhm.
your overall health of the recipe.
Yeah, there are certain things that like you would never think, like mayonnaise.
Hmm.
I could literally eat mayonnaise with a spoon. I'm one of those crazy people. But the amount stop. But the amount of mayonnaise that I will put on something without even realizing it, like I literally have used like 400 calories worth of mayonnaise. So just making that swap from something like and there's some recipes that call for like a cup of mayonnaise. Do you know how many calories that is? It's crazy. Um, so like switching from like regular mayonnaise to light mayonnaise, and I've even done instead of mayonnaise, I've done Greek yogurt,
Hmm.
and it still tastes perfectly fine. So just finding those healthy swaps. My mom thinks it's disgusting. She's put a little nasty face on
Mm.
there.
And Jenna asked what our preference is for sweetener. Our favorite is Splenda.
Mhm.
But there is also, I forget the brand. There is we used to get a Big Lots a squeezable liquid.
Mhm.
I think that's technically like a liquid
Stevia.
stevia. And we use that sometimes in our coffee. But Splenda is probably our favorite, our biggest go-to.
I'm not picky. I don't like Sweet and Low, and I don't like the blue one. What's the blue one?
Equals.
Equal.
But we also do enjoy what is that?
Monk fruit.
Monk fruit sweetener too. So we tried a variety of things, but our go-to typically is Splenda, because it
I
makes it
like
very.
Truvia too.
But Truvia is also really good. Um, I don't know if I've tried the Xylo. I don't know how you sell
Yeah.
it, but I don't think I tried that. Tried that. But Devin says they go for the peanut butter on the spoon. The spoon is really a good key there to make sure you portion. Peanut butter is really healthy. Um, a monk fruit sweetener is still pretty good in baking. They also have a one for one,
Mhm.
like a cup for cup alternative for sugar, either in the Splenda or the monk fruit sweetener. We've actually found a lot of our monk fruit sweeteners, even the cup for cup, at things like places like Ross, those discount
Mhm.
places. But you can do cup for cup for those. But really, in reality, when it comes to baking, we still use
We
regular
use
sugar.
regular sugar a lot because when you
Um,
break it down, like you're using a cup, but you're splitting that between like 12 servings. It's
mhm.
really not that much when you break it down.
So for those, we try to have a tendency to swap out other things, like swap out the oil or the butter
Yeah, for
for
applesauce
applesauce
or
or those other types of natural sweeteners. So we still use sugar in our baking to a certain extent, but just make out other
Mhm.
swaps.
Yes. Okay, so back to the healthy holiday strategies. One big, huge thing is not to stress about it because the thing is, the holidays bring about so much stress. They can bring about so much joy, but they can also bring so much stress. And the thing is, if you're already stressed and you add the stress of what you're going to eat on top of that,
Hmm.
you're probably going to end up having a binge fit because of your stress.
Hmm.
So try to keep the stress around eating or anything minimal
Hmm.
because that will help limit how much stressful binges that you have. I have been there during the holidays where I'm just like, forget it. Like,
Hmm.
I'm so stressed. I don't want to think about eating. Like, I'm not going to stress about eating. I'm just going to eat whatever I want. And that's okay to do that, but do that within reason.
Hmm. Absolutely. So just try to keep that to a minimum, but just have those goals in mind before you go to a party. Mentally prepare yourself. Take care of. We're big proponents
Mhm.
for keeping an eye on your mental health, because your mental health has a huge impact on everything,
Mhm.
including your weight loss. So you want to make sure that you keep that in mind as well, because holidays, like she said,
Mhm.
healthy wise or not, family stuff, work, all that stuff has a tendency to kind of get crazy and stressful on the
Mhm.
holidays. So keep that in mind as well. And then Devin prefers to track on the safe side through the holidays to stay on track with Thanksgiving, Christmas. Keep tracking, even if you
Uh-huh.
happen to
Even
eat
if you're
more.
over, yeah.
Keep tracking, just so you tracking can help keep you. Oh, that's a lot of calories.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's have less of that. Still enjoy it, but tracking, even if you are off
Sometimes
plan.
tracking makes you realize just how much you're eating when you didn't realize it before. When I started tracking, I was like, whoa, especially like I mentioned mayonnaise with something like mayonnaise. I did not realize just how many calories I was using. Sometimes tracking really does help you realize.
Yes, Shannon. Glad. Thanks for the compliment. We're definitely working on it. But yes,
It's
we're
most Tuesdays.
we will post about it beforehand if it changes. But we're almost every single Tuesday night live, 7:30 Central.
Yes.
So
Mhm.
yes. So feel free to join us. Also, if you can't catch us live, because not everyone can quite live catch us live, they're now stored on YouTube for the video versions of it. So if you want to watch us,
Mhm.
but if you want to catch us on a car ride or a walk, you can download the podcast on Apple Podcasts or Spotify
Yep.
podcasts as well, so you can listen to the audio version. We actually had somebody tag us on Instagram, saying that they were listening to this podcast in their car while they were traveling somewhere. So very, very handy. But we love for you to watch live if you can.
Yep. And one more thing I wanted to talk about. My coach said something to me the other day that was like, "Whoa!" It really stuck out. She said, "There's about 6 weeks for the rest of the year, and maybe if you're really like a big party goer, like go to lots of parties, and everything, maybe when you break it down, of those 6 weeks, about two are going to involve some sort of holiday thing where you're going to be eating a lot. So you have 66% of the rest of the year to eat healthy.
Hmm.
And you can really like balance that out. Even if you do eat whatever you want at those holiday parties,
It's just one day.
it's just one day here and there.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something that's gonna ruin all of your progress. So at the end of
Hmm.
the day, let yourself enjoy what you wanna enjoy. Um, I have learned that I do better if I let myself have a little bit of everything
Hmm.
that I want, even if I'm eating, 500 more calories than I normally do, instead of depriving myself, because then I'm gonna eat it all. So just remember, one day is not gonna ruin all of your progress, and enjoy the holidays, because at the end of the day, while it can be stressful, it really is something that can bring a lot of joy, happiness, time with your family, time with
Hmm.
your friends. And don't let food be the reason that you dread the day completely.
Hmm. Yep. And don't let it be the reason why you're not going to enjoy the holidays as much as you probably could.
Yeah.
So yes. On that note, Courtney has a really good recipe that is quite delicious, and it makes your sweet tooth. It satisfies your sweet tooth without going too overboard.
Yes, and real quick, Vicky said on Facebook, that one of her goals is to finish as strong as she can. She does not want to go backwards. Yes. Absolutely.
It's a
That's
really
one
big thing.
reason my goal is to maintain. I don't want to gain any weight this time.
No gaining,
No gaining.
maintaining.
I'm okay if I happen to lose, that is fantastic, but I don't wanna gain anything. I do not wanna be further back than I was at the beginning of November.
Mhm. So maintaining for 2 months out of the year and losing 10 months is still a huge, huge, huge win. So absolutely. All right, so let's go on to this recipe, and let us know what you think of it, and if you might want to give it a try.
So this is actually a pretty popular recipe around this time, and when I first made it, I was actually shocked because I thought you could taste the pumpkin, and you really
Yeah,
can't.
she's not a fan of pumpkin,
I'm not.
typically.
So you mix a box of brownie mix. You need a package of the keto-friendly chewy fudge brownie mix. That's a mouthful. And it's the kind that goes in a 13 by 9 by 13 cake dish. And then you just need a 15-ounce thing of pumpkin puree. That's
Two
literally all you
ingredients.
need. You mix it together, add it to a grease 9 by 13 cake pan, bake for 20 to 25 minutes until it's cooked through, and it makes 16 like decent sized, like they're not huge, but they're not small either. Decent sized pieces. Um,
Wait till you see the macros on these. It's
yes.
amazing.
Um, it will be more dense than a normal like brownie. So don't go into it thinking it's going to be the same consistency. It's not, but it's still, it almost is like a fudgy, like a more fudgy than a brownie, if
Oh,
that makes
yes.
sense. But the macros on these things, between 1 and 3 bites, 95 calories for a brownie. Yeah, 10.2 net carbs. So
Not a whole lot of protein, but it still has a little bit, 2.6 grams of protein. So that is something you want to throw in there just in case. But
yeah.
a brownie for under 100 calories, quite delicious.
You can also find some sugar-free frosting or something if you want to. Like they make like the sugar-free chocolate frosting. You can frost, and it would add some calories, but nothing crazy. You can also have like, like some Halo Top ice cream or something with it. Because 95 calories, you can stand to have, 100 calories worth of ice cream with it. I mean, come on.
Absolutely. So if you want to give this a try or bring this to one of your holiday celebrations coming up, that will give you something yummy, tasty to snack on, and also might surprise some of your friends and family members that something so tasty can be a lot healthier for you. Yes, Cool Whip. That's a
Cool Whip's
really,
a
really
great
good
idea
thing.
too.
Lovely. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us this week. We will be back again next.
Maybe.
Well, yes.
Maybe.
What?
We're going to see the lights. We're
Oh,
either going to be changing our night next week or it will be somebody else. But we will let you guys know. It will be posted. So
yeah, I forgot we have a galaxy of lights, kind of a light show trail thing that we might be going to.
Yep.
Yes, Juicy 22157 on Instagram.
yes, it will be posted on Healthy's Facebook and their Instagram, and as well as
the website,
their blog.
Yes. So if you go to Healthy App, I think it's healthyapp.com, or search Google's Healthy App, the blog there, we'll post this too.
Yes,
just
it will be there tomorrow.
Yes. So we're glad to have you all join us, and we will let you know ahead of time what next week might look like. These next couple of weeks might look a little different with the holidays coming up. But thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you all have an amazing week, and we will see you all next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.